Hello, this is Thomas, K4SWL. If you're new here, I like to do real-time, real-life amateur radio field activation videos. And today, I'm at Holmes Educational State Forest, which I haven't been to. I realize it's been about exactly 1 year since I've been here. Came here last time with the Pentec TR35, and I think I came out here while I was having my car serviced, about a half an hour away. Holmes Educational State Forest is not really close to anything I normally drive to, but that may be changing this year a little bit. My daughter is attending a robotics class that's about 25 minutes away, and I think they're going to keep the same location this upcoming year, so I may actually get a chance to come down here more often, which would be really nice. I love educational state forests. We have them here in North Carolina, and they're basically just little state forests designed around educating people about forestry and flora and fauna and that sort of thing. And as the name implies, really, it's with a focus on education. So they tend to be open during school hours primarily, and they tend to cater to, classes, classrooms of kids coming over and doing projects and stuff. So this is a really nice site, though. One of the educational state forests that I go to a lot is Tuttle Educational State Forest, and I've done a bazillion activations there. It's one of the most convenient parks I go to, and I've been to another one. I think it's Mountain Island Educational State Forest as well, a really nice one, sort of closer to Charlotte, North Carolina. I know there are at least a few more here in North Carolina, but I don't know where to set up this time. I don't have a ton of time to play radio today. Let's just keep walking here a little bit, and I'll decide which spot I want. I don't know this site that well. I know this, I don't want to be in direct sunlight the whole time if I can help it. They got a lot of nice sites here, actually. So, yeah, I do like these. The one thing about these educational state forests, though, and you may have something like this in your own state, is that their operating hours can be a little different because they are kind of catering to schools and stuff. They tend to be open during the week and close at like 5 p.m. or something. So they're not open late like a lot of national and state forests are. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? I love spring in western North Carolina. I don't love the level of pollen we get, but I love spring. Such a beautiful time to be out here. Yeah, I'm on the way over here. I was thinking about experimenting with an antenna that I built. The QRP guy's tunable in-fed half-wave, but my time's short, and I didn't finish trimming this antenna the way it needs to be trimmed, and so I decided against it to sort of maximize the amount of on-the-air time I have and just use a reliable antenna, which is, I think I'll use the PackTenna random wire today. Okay. It's so pleasant out here. You didn't know you were getting a tour, did you? I think I'll go back over. I bet you that's the same picnic table I used last year. I like it, though, because it's it has a nice tree right there I can put a line through. And it's off to the side. And it's got some sense of cover over it in terms of shade. So, okay, let's see. Where will I put my antenna? I could put it through this tree right here. We back up and look there. Last time I think I went through a tree back here. Since I'm using the PackTenna, I may just try to throw it through this one. Yeah, I could even do it from the side, I think, if I don't overshoot it. I could probably do that one. I could aim really high and go from one of those branches, but this is not a terribly long antenna, so it's not really necessary that I do that. So I think I'll just go for, I'll shoot it up here and just see what happens. And yeah, we'll hop on the air. So let's see, I may try to show, I don't know, can I do this with the camera? You know what, I'm in a hurry. I won't show deploying the antenna this time because I'm just in a hurry. But I'll be right back and we'll get set up and hop on the air. Oh heck, I changed my mind. Because you know why? Someone convinced me recently that I really should try to do every antenna deployment that I can on camera. So I'm doing this for you, you know who you are. And yeah, I'll just go up here and try to do this as quickly as I can. I have my Mystery Ranch Scree pack with me. Down on the bottom here I've got my little throw line kit, my mini throw line kit. Here we go. Take my glasses off, take a look here, and hopefully I can get this on one go. This'll do. This is not ideal, but it'll do. It's up high enough. It's kind of over in an angle, so it's going to be off to the side. But I noticed something really interesting. You won't be able to see this on the camera, I don't think. But someone had a failed antenna deployment here, because I'm looking in that tree and I see some wire hanging out of it. And I seriously doubt that is... Actually, you know what? I think it's monofilament. I think it's fishing line. This is the reason you shouldn't use fishing line. This stuff breaks. And that was up really high. Someone must have used like a... They may have even used a slingshot to get it up there, but I guarantee you this was an activator. That's sad. I don't like seeing that up there, but I see too where it cut off where they couldn't get to it. You probably can't see, but it's just running down this way. If I had a way to get that out, I'd do it, but I don't. Okay, let's get this antenna deployed quickly. Here we go. It happened to me once, and there wasn't a thing I could do about it, but it's at a place where I can eventually go back and get it if I can just figure out a way to do it. It's way off in a national forest, like nobody would ever find it, but I know it's there, and that's all that matters. Because I don't like polluting, and but you know, and people will say, I've actually had hams tell me that their fear is with a throw line that they'll get it permanently stuck in a tree, but I think your chances are higher if you're not using a throw line, if you want to know the truth. I've never had a throw line get stuck in a tree, but I have had monofilament get stuck in a tree. So there you go. The reason why I still use this like little simple slip knot in here is because I feel like if I had to, this is more likely to fail if I really put a lot of pressure on it, and I kind of want that to happen just in case something were to go terribly wrong with my deployment. Okay, let's see. I don't know how much of this you're gonna be able to see. This is one of the problems, is I didn't plan to bring my other tripod for doing an antenna deployment. Okay, I'll go ahead and raise this up before I put the counterpoise out. And I don't have a super long RG316 cable this time, so let's just go ahead and pull this up a bit. This is going to move around a little bit when I attach it to the feed line here. Here we go. This RG316 is one of the very few things that I don't put in a figure 8 normally, because I don't want to kink it too much. And because of that, as easy as it is, because it doesn't really keep much of a memory, as easy as it is to deploy and use, I still get it tangled up a bit when I'm doing a deployment. But of course, these are never so long that it's an issue, but there we go. By the way, thanks for coming out with me today. I appreciate this. Okay, let's pick this up. I'm going to end up lifting this again here, so let's see. You go ahead and plug it into my radio. Kind of put it in a position where it won't go anywhere. And then pull up the antenna a little bit more, because you can see that it's sort of down on the ground. I may have to just tie it off a bit too. Something over here. Actually, I'll tie it off to my weight. There we go. Now I may move around to the other side of the table here. We need to hop on the air. Now the issue is here is that I don't have any cell phone service at all. So let's hope the RBN is working today. Boy, I'm probably gonna have pollen all over my jeans here. Let's get this guy set up. What do you say? Okay, and let me grab one of these pencils. I'm actually using a brand new pad today that I'm excited about. This is a Right in the Rain spiral bound notepad, and I've already prepared it. This is so nice. I like this size a lot. I bought a pack of 3, and I'm gonna start using these, I think. Even though I'm not always out in the rain or anything, I just like the size of these and I like the company, and so I think I'm going to start using them. They're a little spendy though, I gotta be honest. If you're buying these, there's a lot cheaper options, and you don't have to have one of these, of course, but I kind of like their stuff. So I'm trying to blow off some of this. I need to bring like an air compressor with me, clean off the table. Okay, grab my glasses. Oh, and for a key today, did I bring it? I mean, I brought it. Yeah, good. I wanted to use my Bengali Traveler, just because I can. So I doubt you'll be able to see the display of the radio right now, but I think the important part is you can see the notepad, and hopefully you can see this pretty easily. I'm actually going to try to experiment with some of the Write in the Rain pens as well. I have to admit I prefer using a pencil, but I think that the pens will show up a little bit better on camera, make it a little easier for you to read, you know. So yeah, I scheduled myself. So with any luck, we'll do okay. Should we start on 10 meters, just for the fun of it? Let's see, do I have the ATU on? I do, okay, good. We're running 5 watts of power, I believe. Let's check. 5 watts, yep. Okay, so I'll go ahead and let me go in here and turn up the monitor. That's a little louder for you, I think. Okay, anything I can turn off, anything I got on? I don't know what conditions are like today. I'm gonna spend like 3 minutes on 10 meters and see if it's got any, if it's productive. If not, no big deal. Okay, and the time, hopefully we'll be getting somebody within the 17. So we'll start 10 meters. CW. KX2. PackTenna. Random wire. Yeah, I'll just put that on there. Oh, take some pictures while I'm thinking about it. Always check on QRP.com for my full field report when I do these activations, because it has way more detail than about the park and all those other things. I put links to all the gear I use, so you can look it up if you want to or not. You got the choice. So yeah, I have no cell phone service out here, so let's just hope the reverse beacon network's working. If it's not, my backup plan would be to hop on the I would be able to hop on the Garmin InReach Mini and probably send a text to a friend and have him spot me. Let me see, is this a little too fast? Let's move it down. I'll do it 20 words a minute. I can always slow down my spacing with people. And another reason I like using the Write in the Rain pads is they lay flat. They are rigid enough when I'm using them just on my knee or something, they work. And they're, I drop sweat on them, I've spilled water on them. I had one time, well, I shouldn't say, on my notepads I've used, this has happened in the past. I'm not saying that that's happened with Write in the Rain. But I even ruined one of my little moleskin logbooks that I like, because like a raspberry or something got smushed in it by accident. Made all the pages stick together. So with this big bright red juice that went everywhere. And I don't think the Write in the Rains would do that. So yeah, I feel like it's worth it for me. Okay, we're not going to stay here. I just don't think that 10 meters is going to do much. We'll go down to 20. I need this to be a productive activation. I need to leave here in about 25 minutes. So we're going to move. Oh my goodness, is that loud? Okay, let's see. Need to change this in my logs to 20 meters. Band's a little noisy. If you looked at the weather map today, there are just a massive amount of storms in the Gulf right now. I bet you that 30 and 40 are probably even noisier for me here from North Carolina. Oh, I know who that is. Ooh, the band's rough. 529. Oh, there we go. Great signal, Mark. The bands are they're not as active as they have been. Great signal. Wow, what's that? I think that's some local QRM of some sort. I don't think that's my laptop. That's bad though. It's bringing the S signal up to about S5. So I got 5 down, need 5 more to have a valid activation. I may not be doing a whole lot more than that today. Assuming I can get the next 5. Wow, the bands are not in great shape today. This is a Friday afternoon. I would have expected a lot more people out and about. So that means, and the signals have been coming through, been So I think what I was getting ready to say before WI1G called is I could tell when N7CCD was calling me from Washington State. His mic signal was up and down during... Holy cow, what? Weird. Okay. Okay, there we go. Good. Okay, I'm going to call QRT actually because it's about time for me. Okay, I'm going to call QRT. There we go. Okay, good. Woo. Okay, got 11 contacts. Plenty. Let me just double check and make sure I got these correctly in my logs here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, good. Thank you so much for chasing me today. The band was definitely a little rougher. It just seemed like all the signals that were coming out, most of them were actually pretty strong. And I didn't hear a whole lot of anything else. The band's been wonky lately, so I don't know. Yeah, I realize I'm looking at my time, and it's going to take me probably 5 minutes to put up all this stuff and then walk back down to the car and drive a half an hour back to where I need to pick up my daughter. So, and since I'm outside of cell phone range right now, I don't know if her class is letting out early or not. So I really need to just head on. So I'm going to call it quits right now. But thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate this. These little activations like this. To me, these are super fun, right? I know people who go out and they'll do like 150 contacts when they do a park activation. And for them, it's not a park activation if you can't spend 2 or 3 hours out in the park. I would love to do that, but it just doesn't work in my schedule. My schedule is about wedging in these park activations when I've got the time, and which I often don't have a lot of. So for me, most of my activations are these little short activations like this, and I actually kind of appreciate them. It's fun to literally put up an entire station here in the field and operate, make contacts, and take it all back down and leave no trace, which is something I like doing. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. And a very special thanks to Patreon and Coffee Fund supporters. I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And like I always say, please check in the description below. There'll be a link to qrp.com, and I'll have a field report which details everything I did here, mainly links to things and extra photos that you see me take here and all that good stuff. And you can leave comments there if you got questions. But thanks so much. I really appreciate this very supportive community out here and your kind and constructive comments. You guys are always so kind to each other, you guys and gals. And yeah, we are the world. We are the ham radio world, right? So take care. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and be kind to one another, because all we got on this planet is each other, right? Until next time, take care, and 7 3s.